Hello and welcome to my Desert Locked Ultimate Ironman. This is going to be my first and only take on this intro because I'm just way too hyped to get into this account. So really just don't expect anything fantastic. So like you just heard me mess up right there, so expect that throughout this whole thing because I'm just so excited to get into it. But I just want to let you guys know I am not a content creator, so this is just going to be kind of a catalog and a way to record my journey on this account because I've always wanted to create this content for people and just kind of show off the journey. I've had Ultimate Ironman for the last 3 years, and I've always wanted to record that, but I've just been so far into the account. I think I'm about 1900 total level right now, so doing any recording of that is just going to kind of be like a huge time skip for anyone to watch, and probably won't be that interesting. So I decided to create my own account, Desert Locked Ultimate Ironman, and just kind of show it off and show my journey. Honestly, I've been really excited about a Desert Locked Ultimate Ironman ever since I watched Extreme Ezio's Desert Locked UIM account. When he created the account, the desert was a little bit more restrictive. That being said, I'll show you. When he first started it, this whole area wasn't here, it was just Clan Wars. That being said, this anvil right here wasn't here, and that's a pretty important unlock for the account. And then the other thing is that Temporis was just recently released to the game. And why this is huge is because it unlocks just so much content for the desert. It creates a place for construction, crafting, fishing, and cooking to become viable and useful for this account. It just unlocks a whole bunch of content that I'm really excited to do. And the Desert Ultimate Ironman probably wouldn't have been as fun without Temporis having all these sweet rewards to kind of boost the account and unlock a bunch of, just cool content for me and for you guys. With that being said, though, to not make my life miserable, I'm going to be allowing for 5 exceptions before starting the account. With that being said, the 3 unlocks I'm going to, or exceptions I'm going to make for leveling would be Rune Mysteries, Druidic Rituals, and Construction. In that order, it unlocks, Rune Crafting, Herblore, and Construction. 3 pretty important skills that, I just wouldn't want to have in the desert without that. So I'm going to go ahead and make those exceptions. And then for the 2 other exceptions I'm making, I'm going to be unlocking the Gertrude's Cat quest, or I'm going to be completing it per se, and completing the Prince Ali Rescue quest. Both of those are prereqs for a lot of quests in the desert. So, I think maybe the feud. The Chinian's Little Helper, or however you say that. And a bunch of quests down here. Apparently, you just need the cat to talk to people and stuff in the desert. I don't know. Apparently, cats are important in the desert. I don't know why. So, that's why I'm going to allow those unlocks or exceptions. And then I'm probably going to have 1 to 2 more exceptions down the line. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to that. Just because I want to make my life a little bit less miserable, and I'm really just doing this for fun, so I'm not trying to burn myself out on useless content or unfun content. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and member up and get into those quests and exceptions. Alright, so that unlocks Rune Mysteries. And what this does for me is I can unlock rune crafting. Actually, in the desert, there is the Fire Runecrafting altar right here at level 14. So, once I either boost up to that or somehow get level 14 Runecrafting, I will be able to train Runecrafting. And now, I am off to do Gertrude's Cat. Alright, that is the completion of Gertrude's Cat. This is going to be kind of like my hardcore stats. If I ever die with this cat, it's going to basically mean I can't do a bunch of quests. So we want to make sure we don't lose this cat, just so we can, do all the other quests in the desert, because otherwise we'd be SOL without it. And it did give us some cooking levels, which is unfortunate. It's kind of inevitable for us to not get this, so we'll just take it how it is. But yeah, we're going to off to do, I think, Druidic Rituals now. So that's going to be fun. I got to kill a bear for its bear meat. But that's going to take forever, so I will update you guys with that. Alright, we just killed the bear, which was it went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. We only got to 3 range, so I'm really happy about that. It definitely reduced the amount of levels we were going to get here, so very happy about that. I'm going to go ahead and probably drop all these iron arrows and stuff like that once once I make sure I don't have to kill anything else. But yeah, time to go finish this quest. And there's the completion of Druidic Rituals. That's pretty exciting. So we're gonna head over back in this to whatever this town's called. I don't even remember what it's called. Taverley. We're gonna head back into Taverley real quick. So now that we're in here, we're actually gonna trade Jetix, and we're gonna buy 1 pestle and mortar. The reason why we're gonna do that is because we need this to actually train Herblore in the desert. There's some certain things we need to grind up to make certain potions, so this is going to take up a permanent inventory spot until I lose it or decide I don't need it anymore, but this and the cat will make permanently, what is it, 26 inventory spaces, so that kind of reduces a little bit. Then we're going to go pick up 1 more permanent item real fast. Alright, so we actually just bought a house from this guy right here. Here's the little construction guide. We actually don't need this, but that being said, we're going to actually go over to Varrock now, over this way, and go over to the sawmill and buy a saw. And the saw will be one of our last permanent item, or our last permanent item from the outside world in our inventory. So we're going to be reduced down to 25 inventory spaces in the desert. So I will see you guys over at the sawmill. Alright, we made it up to the sawmill. Barely made it here. So let's go ahead and get the saw. And now that is the last item we need for the desert. Now the last thing we need to do is complete Prince Alley Rescue, which unlocks a lot of quests for us in the desert, or a lot of content in the desert. So let's get at it. Alright, so we just got to the last part of Prince Alley Rescue. So this will be the last time we are in the free world outside the desert, except for a minor exception here or there that maybe we'll do. I'm not 100% sure or sold on it yet, so we'll get to that when we get there. But this is going to be the last time we are outside the free world for now. So let's go ahead and drop everything that's not essential. We actually just need these coins to get through this gate, but that's about it. But yeah, let's get to the desert and start the account. See you guys there. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and complete this Prince Alley Rescue quest. We're basically done with it. I mean, we are done with it. So we just got to talk to this guy over here, and then we'll complete it. But this gives me time to kind of talk about what I want to do first. I actually haven't done like too much research into the desert. I wanted to kind of keep it a surprise or not watch too many things or whatever. I think there was another YouTuber called Raycon or something like that. That's also doing Desert Ultimate Ironman, but I actually have not watched his series whatsoever because I wanted to kind of do the journey myself. But my goals for the account, or for this account, this locked account, is I kind of want to get the best in slot gear for the area. So that's going to include something like killing the Kelphite Queen for the Dragon Chain Body, or doing the Magic Terrain Arena for the Master Wand and Infinity Robes. And there's probably other stuff out there, but I don't know. Oh yeah, Temporos. Temporos actually drops Dragonstones, so that unlocks the Combat Bracelet, and the Amulet of Glory, and the Ring of Wealth, so those will also be best in slot items. But we're actually heading down to, what is it, this area down here to kind of go ahead and get our free fishing net, or get our fishing net, because I want to start with fishing so I can start working my way towards Temporos. I think we just got this gold from Prince Alley Rescue, so we're going to go ahead and drop that. But let's go ahead and take a net from this guy right here. Let's see if he gives it to us. Yep, so he gives us a small fishing net. I actually am pretty sure that this shop over here, where's it at? Right here, has a fishing store. Yeah, so this has a bunch of stuff here. We can actually buy sardines right here and cook. I think we can cook them right there. But we can buy these for our cat if once we want to grow it into a full-grown cat. And this just gives us a bunch of fishing supplies. I think there is a lobster fishing spot. Yeah, lobster fishing spot there. So we can actually go ahead and catch lobsters. And yeah, we'll start. I think we'll start with fishing. Maybe. Yeah, I think we'll start with fishing. And then I can kind of look over what I want to do first beyond that. So I will see you guys in a few levels of fishing. So now we just got our first random event in the account before I could even start with my next thing. So let's go ahead and talk to him, and he just gave us 480 gold. I realized rewatching the last clip that I still have this Chronicle equipped. So we're just go ahead and destroy that. We don't need that anymore. That was just to get us around, but I'm going to go ahead and fish right here, right at the south part of El Carid, and get a few fishing levels, because I think the fishing level you need for Temporos is level 50? I don't know for sure, but I'll have to go and look that up. But yeah, I just got that random event, and before I could even start like talking about this clip, just want to show you guys. But we're gonna need random events to kind of level up our hunter level, because that's the first skill we're gonna lamp slash put our random event EXP into. I think you can get the, was it the imp or the tome of experience or something like that, and then you can get the genie lamp. And we actually need 500 to go ahead and catch golden warblers in the desert, and we can get a bird snare down here in Narda. Where's that? There's a hunter store down here somewhere, I think. Yeah, hunter shop. We can buy bird snares there. I think we can go and catch golden warblers out here. Yeah, right there. So we need to get that level 5 hunter. That's going to be a while before we get that, but that'll be really important, because then we can level up our hunter to go ahead and catch Impelines. And Impelines have a ton of good drops, like bowstrings, a fire talisman, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff we want to kind of do early, and I'm one of those ultimate Ironmans who just kind of jumps around from everything, so I kind of have to figure out what kind of goals I want every episode. So you and I are going to work with that. Alright, so I just completed my first inventory of shrimp. We're just going to go ahead and use these to get more cooking EXP. I know we already got some, but it's whatever. But we're going to come right up here to this little range and cook a whole inventory of shrimp. Hopefully don't burn too many, and just hope we get a ton of levels, but it doesn't really matter. It's just free XP at this point while we figure out what we want to do. I have to really plan around kind of how I want to manage my inventory space, because I don't have a looting bag. Typically, Ultimate Ironman outside the desert will have a looting bag to put a bunch of their items in, but I don't have that luxury, so I have to really manage my inventory space right now. So I'm going to have to figure out kind of more precise routes, and that's not something I'm used to doing on an Ultimate Ironman, because I'm that guy who always just jumps around, doing whatever he wants, resets my looting bag like 5 times a login, so that's kind of how I play, and I'm going to have to change it up a little bit, so I'm excited to do that. So I will get back to you probably when I am maybe 35 fishing, because that's what we need for Temporos. I'm still going to try to figure out what I'm going to do for this episode, or what the goal I want to accomplish, but I think 35 fishing right now is a good goal to shoot for, so I will get back to you when we get that.
Alright, there's our first EXP event done. That's super exciting. We can go ahead and use this Book of Knowledge on Hunter, and that's going to get us a little bit closer to that level 5. It's only a little bit of EXP right now, 15 EXP. Not too much, but now the higher level we get, the more EXP we'll get from those lamps. So we just need a million more of those EXP tomes or the EXP lamps. So heck yeah. Alright, here's another fun little milestone we got. Our kitten just turned into a cat. So I believe that means we don't have to feed it anymore. So I don't always have to come back here and fish, give it some shrimp and stuff like that. So now I can kind of just keep it in my inventory or just keep it out, and I never have to worry about it. So that's pretty hype. It took me a couple hours. I think it takes 3 hours for it to grow into a cat. So that's pretty sweet. I don't know what I want to name it yet. Maybe I'll name it something like Romulus. I think we'll go with Romulus, because we're in the desert, you know. Kind of gives me the Rome vibe. So yeah, we're gonna go with Romulus. That's our cat name. Come here, Romulus. All right, boys and girls, we just got 35 fishing. That unlocks us Temporos. So I'm super happy we finally got that done. I felt like it took for ages. Maybe things just take longer in the desert, but man, the early fishing levels is just horrendous. Like I could not bear that. That was awful. We ended up getting 38 cooking though, so that's pretty sweet. I think we're only a couple levels away from cooking lobsters. Yep, lobsters, so that's pretty sweet. But besides that, or after this goal, I think I kind of want to go around and just explore the desert and kind of discover it with you guys. I did like a chunk series where this is kind of my first unlock for the chunk, so I kind of know what's in this part of the desert, but I don't really know what's like maybe down here down here, and like all of this stuff. I haven't really explored everything. I mean, I've been playing RuneScape for a while, but I mean, who goes to the desert really except to maybe train agility and do desert treasure? So yeah, let's go ahead and explore the desert together. All right, so we're going to start right here with Karim. This guy actually sells us kebabs. See, he sells for 1 gold, and this is a fantastic food source. It's 1 gold, really cheap food, especially at these early levels when I don't have any other food, so it's pretty sweet. And we're just going to go ahead and run on over here to the scimitar shop. Zeki, or Zeke. He sells a Mithril Scimitar. I actually think this is going to be our best melee weapon for a long time, unless I figure out some other drops. I haven't really looked at drop tables yet in the desert, so I'm just going to say this is the best in slot melee weapon for a while, so correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to go over here, talk to Ellis. This is our kind of tanner guy. If we can get telekinetic grab, we can actually kill cows over this wall right here, and then telekinetic grab their cow hides, and then come down here and craft armor with them. So that's going to be a fun little thing. And then here's a crafting method that I've used before. It's pretty sweet. So you just go trade this gem trader, and usually he has emeralds and sapphires in stock. You just buy those in every world, cut them, and then resell them. And it's a ton of money. It's actually crazy how much money you can earn off that. Let's see. Let's go over here. This is the crafting store over here in this house. It's going to be really important, I believe. Got a bunch of stuff in here that we can get, like a chisel, all these molds to build stuff, needle and thread. So yeah, I think maybe TR mold might be good because we can get fire talismans from implings. So maybe they'll unlock a early rune crafting method for us. We got the general store. I'm actually just going to go ahead and sell this gold bar right now because I don't think we need it. We got it from a random event, so just give us some extra cash. And then down here is where it gets interesting. Louis Legs. He sells adamant plate legs. So if we end up not doing Temporos for a while and getting like the rune plate legs from that, this is going to be some of our best in slot legs for a long time for melee training. So it's pretty sweet that all this stuff is here. So pretty excited about this area. This little town right here. So let's go ahead and explore the next area. All right, so the next place we're exploring is the old Clan Wars Plateau. This place is actually pretty insane, even though it doesn't look like it has a lot here, mainly because of this anvil. This anvil is, or basically gives us a smithing training method, like really close to a furnace. And actually down here in Shanghai Pass, there's some sweet stuff down there. I'll talk about it later. But I think the old anvil, I don't know exactly where it's at. But if you've seen Extreme Ezio's series, Desert Ultimate Ironman, I think there's an anvil down here somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. So basically, to train smithing, you have to smelt the bars up here in the furnace, go to Shanghai Pass, take this magic carpet down here, and then take this magic carpet here, and then you're at your anvil. And then somehow you teleport back up here, maybe like with a ring of dueling or something, but yeah, it's actually insane that this smithing anvil is now here. We do lose out in the coin coffer that Clan Wars had, but that's all right. We don't really need a way to store gold. And then the other thing I'm really excited about are these hill giants. There's a save spot right here, and you can kill them from range or with magic, and they drop big bones, which would be a fantastic prayer train method. Some days I want to get 43 prayer, which will give me the protection prayers, all of them. So we'll definitely mitigate a lot of damage with that whenever we get that. So yeah, I think that's about it for up here. I mean, you got some small things like a bronze scimitar, bronze pickaxe, tinderbox, whatever, right? So yeah, let's go explore the next area. All right, so one of the last places in the mainland desert I want to show you guys is this person right here. I believe this is a mini game, and I think it's called the Sorceress Garden. I've actually never played it, but I think you can get some like decent rewards in there, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we have the pestle and mortar besides herbal training methods, is to actually play this mini game. So I'm really excited to actually go try it out someday, but I just have no idea how it works. So yeah. And then the other thing over here is Shanghai Pass, just right down here. This is actually a super important area because of this guy right here. The stuff he sells is actually ridiculous. He sells, I believe, 8 bronze bars at a time. He sells feathers, he sells a knife, desert robes, which we'll use in the desert, some rope, a bunch of stuff in here that is just going to be super nice. Empty bucket packets. We can actually use these for crafting. Some early crafting train methods I've been kind of thinking about is, let's see if I can kind of show you where it's at. So there's a bunch of clay over here. We can go mine clay, and then we can go down here to Suffernim and actually use it on the pottery wheel down there. So that could be some really early training for crafting, which I was kind of looking at the map while I was fishing, and I kind of just noticed that. So it's pretty hype. And then the last thing that, like I said, was these bronze bars. These bronze bars are actually insane. What we're going to do with those probably after we get done exploring is buy a ton of those, go to this anvil, smith them, and then go sell them at the plate legs store once we can get to the bronze plate legs. So we're down here in Polnovich, and we just landed on the magic carpet, but this is one of the future exceptions I'm going to make for the account. When I get the requirement, the construction requirement to move my house here, I'm going to move the house here because I feel like it just adds to the experience. So whenever we get the construction level, let me go, I think it's like level 30 or something like that. I don't know. It's some level. I haven't looked it up yet. But what we're going to do is once we get that done, or get the construction level for that, we'll probably go up here to Varrock, talk to this estate agent, and then move it down here. To actually train construction before that, though, we'll use Rings of Dueling. So we'll teleport to the house, use a Ring of Dueling to teleport back to the duel arena, and train like that. So we'll never leave the desert. So I actually have to unlock crafting or some sort of way to get Rings of Dueling before I can even train construction. So that's kind of in the works for me. Let's go ahead and explore this town over here, because I actually haven't really explored it beyond like train thieving and stuff like that. Apparently this is a dye trader. I don't know what they sell. Can you make some dye for me? No, we don't really need dye, so kind of useless there. Let's trade this market seller. So this is kind of interesting. I feel like this is just a bunch of people selling stuff here, Ironman. So a lot of stuff is going to be worthless. So it's just kind of these top items. Nothing too important for us. Let's go in here. I think there's a food seller over here or something. Ali, the kebab seller. What does he sell us? So it looks like he's just going to sell some kebabs, so nothing too important. Not a whole lot here else besides that. Maybe this bartender will have something. Oh yeah, you can trade him. Like, what does he have here? Oh, he's got wines. He's got beers. That's actually pretty cool. I think for the Sorceress Garden minigame, we need beer glasses, so we can probably come here, buy some beers, empty them out, and then get our beer glasses that way. So that should be a pretty easy thing to do. So that's pretty exciting. But I know a lot of this stuff, like these jugs of wine will be good for HP as well if we want to train like magic or range. So that'd be sweet. That's more food we can use besides kebabs. All right, let's go to the next town. We'll go down here and look at this town real quick. All right, so now we're down here in not Polnovich. What is this town called? Narda. We're down here in Narda, and I've actually really never explored this town. I've seen it on other channels or other YouTube videos or just even on the wiki, and it's got some pretty great stuff. Obviously, it has this anvil, but I don't think we'll ever use that. But it's got this guy right here. He's got some crazy upgrades we can have. Rune plate legs, rune chain body, green d'hide, steel kite shield. Like, all this stuff is just insane. Like, I don't even know why this guy is in the desert, but he just offers some insane upgrades for us that we'll have to come and get someday. Let's see what else. There's a general store guy here. What does he have for us? Nothing out of the ordinary. A cake tin. That's interesting. Let's see. Some herb person. I think this person can actually clean our herbs if we need her to clean herbs. But I don't know if we'll ever need to do that because we like our herb lore XP. I don't want anyone else taking it, so probably just ignore that person. And this is an important store right here for the account. It's actually like one of the reasons why I'm so excited for the account. Artemius, he's the hunter store seller, so he can sell some bird traps or bird snares, and that lets us catch birds right here. So it'll be a way for us to train our hunter level, and at level 5. And if this guy wouldn't have been in the desert, we wouldn't have been able to train hunter for a long time. So I'm just over the moon at this. And if we can figure out some way to convert this butterfly jar into an impling jar, that'd be more insane, because then we can use the butterfly net and the impling jar to catch implings at an earlier level. But if not, we just have to barehand them. So I'll show you that real quick. So barehanding implings is a lot higher level. So to normally catch implings, like a baby impling, you'd be level 17 hunter. but it takes levels 27 to barehand it without a net. So it'd be sweet if we could actually get that impling jar, but probably won't be able to. But we'll look into it in the future. Let's see what else is here though. There's a desert spot, bank down there, Spirits of the Iliad. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot here, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next town. So before I actually left Narda, I was kind of scoping it out a little bit, and there's a clay oven right here. So that leads me to believe down here in Selfnam, there's only a pottery wheel and not a clay oven. So that's actually super important to know. I thought there was a clay oven and a pottery wheel down there, but it looks like there isn't. So we'll probably have to use this to fire our bowls for crafting. So that's actually an insane discovery. So I just wanted to throw it in there, let you guys know whenever I find something cool, because I'm still learning the area. You guys are probably learning the area. Just having a bunch of fun. So I will see you guys in the next town or wherever I find something next. So not 2 steps away, I actually figured out something else. This is another reason why we need the pestle and mortar, is to kill these guys, and it gets us their goat horns, and we can grind those up into desert that's hard to say. Desert goat horn dust, and we can combine that with heartliners to make combat potions at level 36 herb lore. And combat potions are going to be actually pretty insane. They offer a fantastic bonus. So that's pretty hype. I'm excited to kill these guys. Alright, this is the next thing I want to show you guys. This is actually a pretty sweet area. This is called the Agility Pyramid. Right here in the desert. It's at the bottom right of the desert. But this is a fantastic way for us to train agility, but also to earn gold. Every time we make it to the top and we steal this gold pyramid top, it gets us 10k. We can trade to this guy right here for 10k, and that's a way we're going to make a ton of money. It's just going to be an awesome moneymaker for us. Even on my normal Ultimate Ironman account, not restricted locked or anything like that, I actually came here and did this at my early levels too, just to get some gold. So I'm super excited to do that. The only problem though is that we lost connection. All right, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by an internet outage. The issue with this pyramid right here though is that we need to get, I think it's like 35, 30 agility. And there's not really a way to train agility in the desert beyond that. There's like nothing we got. So my first idea was to actually go and just use lamps all the way to level 30, but that seemed kind of atrocious. So I did not want to do that. So my second idea was to actually go and train agility over here in the Trinium Stronghold as an exception, but that just seemed a little much. I could lamp it or do something else. But I remembered there's a quest. Let's see if I can find it. The tourist trap. Are the rewards here anywhere? Where are the rewards at? Don't think there are any rewards over here anymore. Still need this little quest helper thing. But the tourist trap, I think it offers a bunch of rewards in a bunch of different skills, but you can choose the same skill twice, and you can actually choose agility twice. And I think if you choose agility twice, it'll get you to like level 24 agility. So that would be actually crazy, because I think we could still try the agility pyramid, but I don't know if it'll work. But I think there's also another quest in the desert that lets you get agility experience too. Let me look that up real quick. I'm actually curious now. All right, so I found the other quest. It's called Echinian's Little Helper. It's actually the reason why we need the cat. So this quest gives 4,000 agility experience, and then over here at the right, the tourist trap gives, I think about 10,000 agility experience. In total, we'd get 13,300 agility experience, and that is 1 EXP lamp away from level 30. So if we do both of these quests, we basically have 30 agility, and we can train agility and unlock agility for us. So that's incredible. I am just over the moon with that. I knew there was a way to get agility experience in the desert before doing any like obstacles or anything like that, but I didn't realize it would get us all the way to level 30. So that's actually super cool. I'm really excited for that. So with that being said, let's enough about the agility pyramid, but let's move on to the next area. Alright, so we are down here in the ruins of Unka. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot here to me for us to actually look at. We've got like some mine spots up there. Don't know how useful that will be. We've got the fishing shop, which I showed earlier, but we'll run over that real fast just to give it a little peek again, because I actually don't really remember what's in there. So it's got some bait fish. We can actually do bait fishing up here. I actually didn't even think of that. So where we were training earlier to get 35 fishing, we could do that here if we really wanted to do that. Got a lobster pot, which you can fish lobsters down below us. Got sardines. Got feather packs. That's pretty sweet. So nice little shop for us. I don't know if we'll actually ever use it again, but we'll see. And then, of course, we have Temporos over there. That's the entrance to the minigame. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm super excited to do that someday. We probably won't do it for an episode or two like that, or episode or two, because I've got some other stuff I want to do. So that'll be for the future. And let's go back up to El Caherd. Alright, so we've made it back up here to El Caherd safely. No deaths. You can see my hardcore stats still down here in the inventory. But I think that's where I'm going to call it for this episode. We've got a ton of stuff done. We explored the entire desert. I think it's just a fantastic stopping point. We're in between the fishing grind and other stuff I want to do. So I really appreciate everyone watching. Thanks for watching and commenting and just kind of coming and hanging out. Feel free to message me. I always have my private chat on. But if you guys like this video, or maybe there's something you don't like, please leave a comment in the comment section. Or just give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe, because I really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy my journey, and I'll share as much as I can with it with you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.